All right, it should be live any minute now. But
because it's so fine.
You got to press the go live button.
I did press the go live button. It's
all right.
It's
Oh, there we go. Now here we go.
illegal.
And I don't really know how.
Ooh. As a man of science, witches.
This operation is on the right now.
Well, technically, he became a warlock. Witches are for females. Warlocks is.
I don't know anymore. Okay, man. Like the terms for being a witch nowadays just changes. Sometimes you go, oh yeah, men can be witches, and sometimes you go, no, you're a warlock. I don't know. How am I supposed to... Nothing makes sense in these swamp monster times. So... Doom's got a lot of problems, man. He's got issues.
Yeah, so... Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Crypt Podcast, episode 34. It will be covering the storyline Unthinkable, which is a fantastic storyline from 2003, written by Mark Waid, and penciler with his Mike McGurber.
Flame on and on and on and on and on.
Yeah,
flame on. All right, I get the hand sanitizer.
Did I get the name right? What was the guy's the penciler's last name?
Pencil's last name? Let me look this up.
Mike, like it's a Mike.
I cannot type. My gosh, fantastic for Unthinkable. Let me look this up. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna look up the actual issue, and then go from there. That way it's easier. Look at the credits.
It's Mike Wieringo. Inker is Carl Cassell.
Colorist Paul Mounts. Letterer Chris Eliopoulos. Oh, that's a name. Cover colorist Richard Isanove.
Tom Redbird is the editor.
Yeah. Joe Quesada, editor-in-chief. And then there's Mr. Lee and Jack Kirby. You don't like Joe Quesada?
No.
Oh,
No?
really? Yes. I really love the guy who murdered Spider-Man.
Sure.
All right.
We do not accept Joe Quesada in this neighborhood, Chings.
We do not accept Joe Quesada in this
Look,
neighborhood.
it's his fault that I have a strong revulsion when I hear the word JMS.
All right.
It's not J. Michael Straczynski's fault.
Some of it. Marlon is his fault.
Mostly Joe Quesada.
Mostly. Joe Quesada. Okay.
J. Michael Straczynski is actually a really good writer.
I read his first arc, which introduced Marlon. Thank you.
He did Babylon 5.
I know that.
He also personally wrote a decent bit of Babylon 5 as well, which is impressive.
I am not criticizing him as a writer. It's just
you can tell that his run wasn't felt like it wasn't really his run.
And as a Spider-Man fan, it's just torture. I can't. Every time I hear about his run, it's not about the positives. It's usually all the dumb stuff he does in that run that ruin the continuity.
Okay. I see. Well,
But
that's
anyway,
a shame.
so back to a good run. At least based on this storyline.
I really like this.
Mark
It was
Waid.
nice. Mr. Wade.
Before he went insane.
Yes, in better times.
Oh, okay. Well,
Before the
that's good to hear.
2010s.
All right. That's awesome to hear.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, after the first 5 minutes,
Mhm.
this storyline was when I was talking to one of my friends who is a huge Fantastic Four fan. This is one of his favorite storylines about the Fantastic Four. And he would
I can see why.
Yeah, and so the premise is that Doctor Doom made a pact with the demons to basically respec himself from all science to all magic because he is so annoyed with Reed Richards at this point that he's like, this is going to be my latest gambit. I'm going to just basically spec into something that Reed Richards can never understand properly.
Witches.
And that's how I'm going to beat up the Fantastic Four.
That's how we win. With magic, demons, and witches.
And turning your girlfriend into a leather suit of armor.
Yeah, that's right. He literally found that was actually really interesting. Like he literally found the love of his life, and then they reconciled and all that. It's like, do you think there's a chance between us? Like of course. And it's like, oh yes, she loves me. That's all I need. All right, demons, take her away.
Kill her.
Yes, but I hate Richards more than I love you.
That's pretty.
Okay, so in terms of writing, if I was not, did not expect this coming, right?
Mm.
Even if I would get huge, it's just like, oh, this is an interesting direction to take Doctor Doom. It's like maybe he's gonna reform a bit. Maybe he's gonna because this takes place months after the Valerie storyline.
Okay.
Which I assume the comic kind of gave you up to date on that one, right? Enough to understand.
That's the one where he helps give birth to Sue's child, right?
Yeah, Valerie.
Okay.
Who is he named after his girlfriend that he made into a suit of armor?
He made into a suit of armor. he
Just love.
He'll do anything to tear Richard's life apart.
Richards!
It's also kind of just interesting seeing a whole story from his point of view, and how he's always talking he's the way he talks about what happened to him. It's like but then I met him, and he in this absurd naivete, he scarred me. How dare he? Oh, I hate him.
I just liked how in terms of you would not expect, you would think that, oh, this is going to be an interesting direction, he's going to have Valerie to be his assistant or something, and then it turns out no, this is just him just so that he can get more power, which is this is so awful, but it's so Doom, and it actually makes him serious.
I kind of find it weird that she seems so much older than him.
Well, in the flashbacks, it could be that she's older,
Damn, Doom out there really saying he prefers older women. I am superior to you, Richards, for the love of my life is older.
And more, no, he wouldn't say older. He would say more refined.
More refined and mature, rather than your young, naive Sue.
You would probably insert joke about Namor, Sue sleeping with Namor or something that everyone on the internet takes overboard.
Alright. You are practically married a child, Richards. You know what that makes you? A pedophile. And I will be damned if I'm to be bested by a pervert.
I shall go younger, Richards. You are a coward.
I do okay, I got a question because I know. How scarred do you think Doom's face actually is?
I
Because
imagine
there's a couple theories.
I imagine when he first got his injury, it was like this one slight tiny little scar on his face that nobody would really notice. But because of his ego, he had a crash out, and he got that mask, and he put it on his face too early, and it burnt and molded his face into the mask, which made it way worse.
Lord Doom, the mask has been put upside down. We must fix this immediately.
That's good for a parody.
No, you go ahead first.
I think I would prefer a little bit more disfigured, but then he makes it worse. I like that he makes it worse by putting on the mask too early. Really, I think I'm gonna be a party pooper here. The real answer is, it doesn't matter how bad the actual disfiguration is. Either way, no matter how bad or not that bad it is, Doom would be the type of guy to flip out. My perfect face! How could you, Richards? Oh, you were rude to stay.
I like a comedy bit where they put his mask on, so he was like, ah! Oh wait, we got it upside down.
That's the robot chicken skin. Ah! All right, time for the cod piece. Wait, cod piece? No!
And it's like,
but
so we already explained the prologue.
That's only the prologue.
The whole prologue is setting up this. So we go with our team. We have like a fun bit about where Reed and Sue are having a little fun adventure together, being a cute couple.
Ben and Johnny are messing with each other again. Where's my money, Ben? Where's my money, Johnny? Johnny, where's my money? I need my money, Johnny. Where's the fucking money, shithead? Oh man, Ben, it's down there somewhere. Let me take another look.
John, leaving Johnny to your finances is like,
that's a terrible idea.
That was definitely a spur of the moment decision.
It's just funny. I
like the part where, like, one day where Ben goes up to the desk and it's a straw.
Yeah, it's like a straw dummy. It's like, sorry, we're out of order. So also, so what does this mean that Johnny runs like a accounting business or something?
Maybe I'd imagine he just runs the finances.
So as actually, they do have like outside auditors. There was one point actually, I think very quickly after this storyline where they did fight Doom again. It caused an international incident in Latveria.
Okay.
That their finances were in the toilet, where Reed had to sell a whole bunch of stuff. Because, by the way, this is a common thing with Fantastic Four. Occasionally, they will do something, and Reed will do like a bad investment, and they have to sell a whole bunch of crap.
Ah, I see.
I imagine it's like it becomes just like the Venture Brother episode tag sale. You're it. This is the Death Laser. Only 59, only 25.95.
Yeah, well, in this case, the U.S. government freezes all their assets except.
Oh, so it's the Fed's fault again. Okay.
No. Yeah. Well, it was still the
even
support, but
even in my
but
superhero comics, we're not safe from the Feds.
But here's the funny thing.
Okay.
Ben Grimm was actually given a portion of all the stakes of the Fantastic Four, but Reed Richards kind of put him separately. So while Reed, Sue, and Johnny's
Uh-huh.
pieces of the finances were gone, were frozen. Ben's remain. And it turned out Ben Grimm, who didn't look into his accounting at all, like he didn't really care, turned out to be a multi-millionaire.
Good for Ben.
He comes out the next day dressed like the Monopoly Man.
Hey, yo, Johnny, check it out. I have more money than you. I have more money than you.
No, it would be like that Seinfeld skit. So you know how in Chinggis, have you seen Seinfeld? I just went.
Yeah, I've seen Seinfeld.
How about you, Matchstick?
No.
Okay, I get it from you. Okay, so you know how in a recurring bit in Seinfeld, when characters get a lot of money, suddenly they pop out a cigar.
Yes.
Yeah.
They what?
Like,
Yes.
that's. Yeah,
That's just Ben. He just shows up.
They pop out what?
A cigar.
A cigar. They grab a Cuban cigar and smoke it on television just to emphasize, like, oh, they suddenly got a whole bunch of money, or they're getting a bunch of money from each other.
Ben just shows up one day just wakes up one day. He just passes by Johnny. Hey, Johnny, is that a Cuban cigar? Oh, this? Oh yeah, just comes with the perks of being rich.
Right.
But you have to do it with the Ben Grimm accent. Like,
oh, hey Johnny.
Hey, Johnny.
I just got the Cuban cigar. You know, the perks come from being rich.
The perks come from being rich.
Hey, Playboy, I guess. Why don't you come over here? Why don't you light this fresh Cuban I got you?
right,
Ben,
so
why are you dressed like the Monopoly Man?
You'll
find out, Johnny.
Can also just say the whole opening to issue 68 with Johnny and Ben, I straight up believe. So now that I know, with Eben Moss Backhart playing Ben in the new movie, I firmly believe Ben would be the type to go, Reed, Johnny stabbed me in the butt. He stabbed me in the butt. You probably deserved it, Ben.
No. Yeah, but and also, this is a weirder one. Franklin and Valerie were being babysat by Crystal with the humans up in the moon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Inhumans. They were
Johnny
there.
goes like my bitch of an ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
Oh wait, he was
Dubbed me for fucking Quicksilver of all people.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
Sorry, Johnny.
You know. I'm like when I first found out, I was like, really, Quicksilver? Like anybody?
Yeah, same. Like, that's me too. And then like Johnny's love life is just constant pain. And the closest woman to ever become, fully settled down was a Skrull.
Honestly, he should have stayed with the Skrull.
That's funny.
It's a really cool idea.
But it seems like the dynamic was more of the Skrull ladies. It was a problem on her end, kind of.
Well, I mean, it could. I don't like how it was written there, but it's a good concept, bad execution kind of thing.
Yeah, I do like the idea that much like kind of like a reverse of what Dr. Doom did with the Fantastic Four and Valerie, where Dr. Doom did something good to have like a holdover the Fantastic Four. Johnny has implicitly, through his Chadness, have a hold over the Skrull, won over the Skrulls. It's like because the whole circumstance is also hilarious because the whole plan for the Skrull, if you remember, Chinggis, this is like back in the first comic Crypt when we did the new Fantastic Four storyline,
Mm-hmm.
where Ben Grimm was. This was the first Secret War storyline. Ben Grimm was at Battle Royale helping the aliens kind of repair itself. This is when She-Hulk was part of the team.
Right.
But the Skrulls
That's cool.
kidnapped Alicia and replaced her with the Skrull, Elijah, who will become Johnny's wife, with the plan of seducing Ben Grimm away from the Fantastic Four. Well, Ben Grimm wasn't there, so we go with plan B, which is Johnny.
With Johnny. Oh,
Which
that was
they
really
just say so. Let's be honest. They did the Alicia stuff first, and then did the Scroll stuff retroactively.
But yeah, clearly. Yeah, it's retcons. Like, that's the thing about retcons.
I love retcons.
It's
I love it.
This is like one of those retcons with like Madeline Pryor, where they didn't realize what such a good idea that they had, and then they fumbled it.
The worst kinds of retcons is just the ones where you like, instead of going forward, it's just the ones where you just go back to the status quo.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
Or, no, that's not the worst. The worst is when you radically change perspective of a character
Like
into like a certain blonde spider love interest.
Okay.
like if I were to do the Scroll Wife storyline,
Mhm.
I'd probably have it go like Johnny, like they figure out that she's a Skrull, and then she goes on the run, and then they're like, all right, let's go find Alicia, and then they get Alicia, and they're like, and then she's like, oh yeah, I was kidnapped on this and this date, and then Johnny's like, wait, this and this date was before we started dating. I married the Skrull the entire time. And then so that's how I would write it. And then eventually they would meet back up, there'd be tension and stuff like that, drama. But eventually they did
of
back
course,
together.
you gotta have drama, and like of course, you can make the Skrulls as like you failed your mission, so if you come back to us, you're dead, or maybe even send death commandos,
or like send the Super Skrull, like fuck it, she should be the Super Skrull's daughter. That'd be the
Super Skrull's daughter.
Yeah, why not? Well, no, never mind. They have that with Alicia already. She's the Puppet Master's daughter. That'd be doing it all over.
Too weird. Yeah, no.
It's just a
you
random.
Make her
just
part
random
of the Super Skrull program, but make her more like Paddock, who is more like energy based attack. Like they're Skrulls, she could give them various powers, and they do give her powers. So you could just say she was part of the Super Skrull program.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, we're not talking about Skrulls. We're talking about Doom. Doom.
Like we're talking about how Doom just like imprinted on a little girl. So that
His first action was like, "Hey, Valerie, you heard?
Valerie, you are the vessel of my revenge."
I love the look on the like when he contacts her. I love the look on her face because like this man is just like spitting poetry, and this is just a child. She's
Like,
not understanding
this is
what's
like
going on.
look, only like 4-month-old.
Just because the audience will not get it doesn't mean that Doom won't do it. It's about the principle.
Exactly. Oh
like,
my goodness.
Yeah, he does all that stuff, and then magic stuff happens. Unfortunately, Franklin got sent to hell.
Yeah. Franklin, such a help.
Yeah, but the whole reason is that Doom basically said, "I can't harm you, Valerie. Everyone else is fair game."
Valerie, your cursed brother must pay must suffer for Richard. For Richard. And the baby's just looking, just like, eh.
Gaga goo goo.
And then, of course, because of Doom's arrogance, he made her say Doom as her first words as a child.
Like
Doom.
like that. You knew that was the most important part of the plan.
He wants to announce to the Fantastic Four, he's like, I am causing this stuff. He can't just simply string them along a bit. He has to announce it immediately.
Yeah. He's talking through the baby. It's like eyes to gloat. That's right, Richards. Look into your daughter's eyes. It's me.
Yeah, and so we got Franklin sent to hell. Johnny tried to rescue him and got injured because of Hellfire. Hellfire, dog fire. I wonder, did Doom sing that song when he was? Does Doom sing that song every day as part of his morning routine? Except it's about Richard.
No, you have someone else sing for him.
He has somebody else sing it in an opera way while he gets his daily dartboard with Richard's picture posted on it and throws darts at it.
Exactly.
And also all the things he will do once he's taken over the world. Like apparently free healthcare is a part of his agenda based on the recent One World Under Doom storyline, and free education.
What? Oh,
all right,
shit.
All right, but that education is a massive history about Doctor Doom's life.
Well, duh, of course, it's gonna be about how Latveria was the greatest.
No, not Latveria. Doom.
No. You see, he will start with how Latveria is great, but then he will say how Doom made it the best.
Oh,
Doom is responsible for all human achievements ever. He will rename. He will officially adjust the ages of the for the calendar so that it stands for before
Doom and after Doom. Like he will bring back AD, but it will be after Doom.
After Doom, but still though. But for real though, I just find it really funny. Like the whole premise of this whole thing, it's a great story, but like when you really when you look at it, like when you say it out loud, the premise is just really funny. Oh yeah, so I'm gonna send your son to hell. I'm gonna use your baby as a conduit for my hocus pocus powers, and then everyone else gets to suffer. Because you may or may not have nicked me in the chin one time back like decades ago.
Well, yeah. Well, at this point, if it was just that, it would probably be like punishment. But I remember, this is after decades of the Fantastic Four frequently humiliating him.
So it's
like the funny thing is, his first scheme ever with the Fantastic Four was sending Reed, Johnny, and Ben back in time to Blackbeard's time to steal treasure. It was way simpler back then. It just has gotten so ridiculous. He just got humiliated so bad that he's like, all right, I need to just murder you guys. No, not just simply murder. You have to suffer.
You have to suffer.
Because what happens in like issue 2, when everything goes wrong, they they decide, Franklin's been kidnapped, Valerie's possessed, so they decide, okay, we're just gonna go directly to Doom. And of course, during this whole conversation, which is like part of the theme of the arc with Reed Richards' arc, where Ben is like, okay, we're doing with magic stuff. We need to do it. And Reed is like, there's no such thing as magic. And even Ben just goes, dude,
but Reed, buddy, I love you, but you need to you need to stop being in denial.
Like,
all right, you know what? That's it. We're calling Doctor Strange. We don't need Strange running around, buddy. I'm your best friend, man. I'm like close thing to a brother. We're calling Doctor Strange.
And then Doctor Strange goes, sorry, you're not important. Bye. But then
I'm sorry, but Doctor Strange is not available at the moment. Please leave a message after the beep. It
but then you
out...
cut to see Strange covered in demons. Like, oh no, Doom showed up.
Oh my gosh, Doom got to him before they could. Ah.
All right, which one of you are gonna do the wrestling joke?
Oh my gosh, Doctor Strange, look out! Here he comes with the steel chair! Come! Oh! Oh my gosh!
All the humanity.
Actually, I think it'd be funnier if I think it'd be funnier though if Doom showed up. They're doing a whole magic battle, and then, all right, oh my gosh, Doctor Strange is clearing the table. No, Strange, don't set up the table. No. Oh my gosh. Oh, what a shame.
It's like, actually, this is really appropriate. When you die, Strange, you're gonna go straight to hell.
You're gonna go straight to hell.
Doctor Strange is hanging in the Sanctorum Sanctorum. Here's a bell. Lights go out. Here's another bell. Lights go on. Doom's just there. He has a steel chair.
So the Fantastic Four land to the lab area, and they confront Doom. Doom just after shutting out, crashing, using his anti-science field, basically.
He's got the anti-science force field going on.
At least according to Ben, it could be just like a magic electromagnetic pulse.
Yeah, but I think it's funnier if there is an anti-science force field around the whole country.
Well, he did okay, I think I did, when I say respec, I did specify. He basically just made a deal with the demons that for the price of the one he loves, Valerie, thus turning her into a pseudo farmer, and looks to be Franklin Richards and Doctor Strange. He made a deal with demons that he would essentially gain all the power that he had if he had chosen to pursue magic instead of science.
Yeah.
Because his mother was a powerful sorceress who died and all that stuff. So So using his awesome magic powers, he created the anti-science field.
The anti-science field. So
and they go in there. Doom is like, okay, try to defeat me with all your science mind. Come at me, bro.
Your science is nothing compared to my demon powers. Take that, Richards.
Well, Sue also is trying to beat him up severely because you mess with the kids.
Yeah, I like Sue. She's fun.
You don't mess with the kids.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's a very motherly thing to do. Don't mess with the kids. So, but what was it? But like, you know, they show up, they're trying to wreck Doom, and then he's just like, ha, all your powers are nothing. You're useless. And then was it like the next issue 70, like there's like a whole thing like I have to comic it seem like, oh my gosh, wait a minute, has Reed done it? Have they finally outsmarted Doom? And he's just like, no.
No, magic.
Magic.
Magic BS.
I don't understand. How are you still alive with all that magic?
Yeah.
Magic. And then the whole thing just ends with pretty much just like, all right, anyways, I got your daughter now. Look what I got, Richard. I got your daughter.
But you
Look,
know, I was just gonna say, I am a merciful man. I will give you back everything if you say you surrender.
Yeah, and
and after
guess
deliberation,
what
Mr. Fantastic said, "We surrender." And then they all got tortured.
Guess what, Richards? I lied.
Yeah, your son's still in hell because they still gotta implicitly. I still gotta fulfill my end of the bargain. And also the thing, great punching bag. Also, Johnny and Sue, your powers, they're kind of lame. Johnny, you get the stretchy ones, and we're just gonna stretch you as far as possibly fine. And Sue, have fun being a nice fireplace so that Valerie gets to see you every day.
But you can't touch her, otherwise they're gonna burn her alive. Ooh.
And also, your face is gonna be nice and crispy like my face. Like, he even used the line, of like, how does it feel like you can't look at the mirror?
No.
And then, of course, his arrogant, like, he decided, okay, for you, Richards, I'm actually not gonna torture you.
You know what? You know what, Reed? Unlike you, Richards. I'm better than you. So you know what? I'm gonna give you a chance to I'm gonna have a chance to let you save your family. Through magic! No! Ah! My one weakness! No! Learn the magic or everyone dies!
And I'm looking forward to raising Valerie as my own kid.
Come on, use the magic. No!
By the way, that is a very common plot line with Valerie in the comics. Like,
magic?
she and Doom has like a more special relationship.
Oh.
Some continuity, she becomes like Doom's daughter. Basically, the Doom's successor.
Okay, well that's one way for Doom to win. Haha! Your daughter likes me more. Your daughter likes me more.
But right now, she's like, I actually saw this in one panel. Like, they clearly show that she is sad to see, like, Sue on fire.
Well, the baby's crying. Like, to be fair, there's a whole lot of reasons why the baby would be crying, right? Like it's, but still, it's like the baby's crying, and it's like, and meanwhile, Doom's just walking around like, your daughter's mine now. Ooh, your daughter's mine.
Just him taunting. So Richard is trapped in a library of all just magic book, and he can't understand anything of it.
What is this nonsense? Where are the pictures? Ah!
But then he gets help, actually, because Doctor Strange manages to use his astral projection form.
Yeah, he uses astral projections.
Yeah, to help Reed summon him into the room, and then trying to teach him how to use magic, and then Reed becomes a stereotypical young student.
It's like, you know what? Just screw it. Teach me how to do magic.
I can look at the formulas.
I can look at the formulas and go from there. Yeah, buddy, that's not how it works. Please. I find it funny that like just eventually Strange's solution is, okay, listen, buddy, I don't have much time left. Doom's gonna be on my ass again. Here's a magic like bracelet thing. Figure it out. Oh my gosh, no! Come back!
Yeah, because
like-
he kept, but look, he manages to screw up successfully. He failed successfully.
He failed successfully, just like, oh man, he's failing upwards. Man, he'd be perfect for the game industry.
He would. Well, the difference is that he would actually make a successful video game at the start.
So man, it's like, ooh, there goes the.
It'd be called Doom, and it's like Doom the game, except you play Doctor Doom, and all the demons are Reed Richards.
Richard did a brilliant reverse psychology.
Exactly.
Because all the copies in the world were bought by Victor Von Doom.
Ooh, here you go.
And by the way, we're on the events of the final part, which is Fantastic Four 500. So if you happen to look at the title and you notice, why is there a volume 2 and a volume 1? Well, this you can probably guess happened at the 500th issue of Fantastic Four. I'm not sure ever, just barring whatever definition Marvel was using for proper issue numbers. Because there's some books that's like we're on this number issue, but then if you count some other comics, it wouldn't be that issue. So, oh, technically this is volume 3, not volume 2. Oops. I'll fix it in post. This is like the third renumbering, and then it went back to the original first numbering at this point.
Of course.
Yeah, and so as we were mentioning, Dr. Strange was trying to teach him, and Reed manages to escape back to New York, back to the Sanctum Sanctorum, but Dr. Doom is chasing him now, knowing that he escaped.
And it's like, oh, of course, he can't have done it alone. That Doctor Strange, ooh. Listen, Reed, man, he's onto us. I don't have much time. Here's like a magic bracelet thing. Good luck.
I think he just found it on the ground or something. It was like because the Sanctum Sanctorum got raided, but it was like one of the random items.
I'm pretty sure. No, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. No, well, maybe. No, I think Strange gave it to him because or maybe he did pick up. Either way, Reed's like, Reed finds like the magic like bracelet thing. It's like, what was this thing doing? Doctor Strange's like,
oh yeah, it was.
Use that. That's what you're gonna need. All right, good luck.
Yeah, you were right, Changa, looking it up. And yeah, and like the main problem is that Reed is too much.
He's got too much of an ego.
Yeah, he's too arrogant to fully understand, and he's too fully. I cannot talk. He's too. Oh my goodness! Wow.
Like,
what is wrong with me?
It was definitely arrogance, but ego, but also he trying to take like magic and trying to make it into a science. It's like this constant need to rationalize everything. Like, oh, well, it's got to be science, right?
That's the only thing possible. Oh.
That's actually a point I really do want to bring up when it comes to Reed.
Mm.
A lot of people, when they first read like a Fantastic Four comic, they don't really understand what Reed's deal is. They kind of assume that Reed is just autistic because he just doesn't really react to a lot of things all the time. When in actuality, Reed acts the way he does is because Reed has no he's someone who's really hard to what's the word to break is not the right word, but I'm going to use it. He's someone who has a complete control over a situation, so there's no need for him to behave irrationally. And this is a great storyline because it kind of shows what happens when he's not in control of a situation, and how the minute his children are under are just under danger, that's when like his facade just completely like melts away.
Yeah.
Like you see that with like all the people he loved, like with the fellow teammates in danger. But yeah, especially with the children, it's like
it also now makes sense why Doom decided, you know what, yeah, I'm just gonna go full demon witchcraft magic and all that. It's like I'm gonna use the one thing that Richards just will refuse to ever, understand or ever or do. Magic. It's like, ha! Take that. It's like, oh my gosh, I don't understand. So,
and it's that moment of like true humility.
Yeah.
Of like that the ring works and summons the rest of the Fantastic Four, and they're all back to normal. Thank goodness.
Yes, he did it. He freed the family with the magic ring. And basically, like, it's just really fun. Like from that point, from then on, everything like in order to like just shoot Doom with a magic beam. All Reed has to do is just like basically humble himself, maybe even insult himself at points. Like, I'm just a fool. I don't understand. I'm just an idiot. So ow, that hurts. Ow. Stop that. Stop that, Reed.
You forget one moment that it's like, I swear they took this from the film, where this inspired the moment of the first Fantastic Four film, where they have Sue cover Doom in the force field so that Johnny can just spin and fire
and blow him up,
and then just blow him up. Boom. But like, and it's really interesting how like Doom's like, okay, I see how that little magic egg bracelet of yours work. As long as you keep insulting yourself. Well, guess what? How can you do that if you can't talk? But it doesn't work that way because even just Richards, even just rethinking about like just thinking, that's when like he's like, oh my gosh, magic beam too powerful. Oh my gosh, is really neat.
I also love Reed's plan to get them back into hell.
Yeah.
Like he purposely like put them right near a place so that the Doom says Doom bows to no one.
Because the whole point of the deal was basically Doom has to acknowledge that he works for these he got the power from these demons, but the minute Doom ego takes over, like, no, I'm better than these demons. I bow to no one. And they're like, okay, deal's up.
Where the hell?
But go to hell. Ah! It's kind of funny how like like once the demons start dragging and Doom back to hell, that's when it's like, no, in the portal, go to hell. The demons opened the way.
Doctor Strange, and I think my favorite moment is actually right at the end, because when the final confrontation in the story between Reed and Victor.
Yeah, where Doom's like being dragged away by demons. It's like some Hellraiser shit, man. It's like the demons are like tearing him apart. It's like, oh, please, Reed, help me. Please, I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean any of it. And all Reed can do is just like.
And then it's like Rorschach is like, Doom came up to me, asking me to save him, and I looked down and said, no.
Yeah, but you see, Doom managed. It's just that image of where Doom manages to.
I
put
love
his
that,
hand
like,
on Reed's face.
Even when he's being torn apart by demons and dragged to hell, Doom has to get the last laugh. It's like, because Reed's like, I'm gonna live the rest of my life forgetting you, and he's like, no, and he touches Reed's face, and like when all's said and done, now half of Reed's face is burnt and scarred.
And then after that, Johnny's like, well, might as well call me Lee Harvey Oswald, because I'm about to blow some heads.
Yeah, so I actually read the second 2 issues after this, which serves as a good epilogue.
I really liked the epilogue. That was really nice.
Yeah, it really did something that is that made this one feels more impactful. Like made this one like a special event. Where it just covers the Fantastic Four's reaction to everything. Because Franklin was in hell the entire storyline.
Sorry, Lady Redbush, but he is your husband.
Seeing the horrors of hell, a child.
But no,
I like I like the narration, learning that the narration is from Ben's perspective.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
At first you think it's like from. It was
Franklin.
a good sleight of hand where you think it's Franklin's writing.
Yeah, because he's the one who's like writing things down to
And it looks like a
communicate.
kid writing too, like the handwriting. It's like.
And to be fair with Ben, big fingers like that,
Yeah.
You can't exactly write in cursive anymore.
And you see like the broken pens.
Yeah.
You need to ask Reed for something like super metal pen or something.
Super metal pen.
Yeah, but like it's just them trying to cope with what just happened.
Yeah. I really loved it.
Which one did you like more? Did you like the Sue, Franklin, and the thing of Ben's part, or the Johnny and Reed and Valerie's therapy session?
I personally like the thing more with everything with Sue, Ben, and Frank, but and Franklin, but I also like the one with Johnny and Reed. It's just funny how I think it's just funny though how Johnny's like, all right, baby Hitler all right, hey Reed, you know about the baby Hitler debate? What about the baby Hitler debate? Well, there's a young Doom. Here's a gun.
Yeah. But you know what? But here's the thing. I was joking with Magic and Dot before you came in. That the first person that Doom really hates was Reed Richard all along, and it was because of the actions of Doom that Reed Richard was in this place to take a shot at him.
Their rivalry has truly become an Ouroboros.
Yeah. He doesn't shoot he doesn't shoot Doom, but he ends up like taking off a piece of his hair. But either way, like Doom just like young Doom's like, oh my gosh, Who did that? Who did that? I'll make them pay. Even if it takes me forever!
And I love it how Johnny was like yelling at him after that shot.
So ends the tale.
You want to complain about the time paradox?
Well, what
I don't know out of the two that I'd say is my favorite, but I think what made me love the last two issues the most is that it, in a way, it kind of goes to spotlight two characters that you wouldn't expect to be the most consoling of people, like you know, like Johnny's like, you know, Johnny's he's nonchalant.
Like Johnny's the guy who you write to be the person who needs consoling.
Exactly. Like Johnny's always the one that the lesson is told to, never that he's the one giving the lesson. Also, again, with the reveal that Ben's the narrator, entire after all, just the you know, like him finding the words to console Franklin, telling him that the world is going to be filled with dangers. That's fine, because even if you each just straight up just calls his mutation a disability. Just like, even in the end when he had to relearn everything, he never once doubted that life was ever less worth living.
Yeah, like just that whole speech at the end with him trying to relay to Franklin about how his experience of hell is very similar to what Ben, like, growing up on Yancey Street, growing up like being an astronaut, but then becoming the thing of like working every day. Like,
but that was really good though.
And then that when you see those panels where you see Franklin's eyes went from hell to hell with some modern elements to fully modern, like showing him, because his problem is that he was so traumatized by hell that everything he sees is just hell. Like his mind is still there. That's
such a terrible thing to do though. Like in a sense, like, well, it is terrible, but like, man, imagine, Dad, you're so traumatized that all you see is like hell. That's, oh my goodness, boy. You shouldn't be going through that. Gosh.
No wonder Franklin, he always escapes reality through his powers.
Oh yeah, by the way, Franklin Richards is a bizarre character who can warp reality.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright then.
Like,
and technically he's a mutant.
Technically? Okay. Okay then. Wait, if he can just like warp reality, what the hell did Maker Reed do to the kid then? Because that would be like a big threat to whatever he was doing, right? Like he's got to get rid of the kid somehow.
Who? The Maker?
The other Reed, the evil one.
He's from the Ultimate Universe. He never had sex.
Oh, he never had sex? For real?
Yeah, Ultimate Reed tried to pop.
Damn.
Ultimate Reed was Ultimate Reed in that made the Maker was the super autist.
Oh, yes. He was the super autist?
Yeah, he pretty much is what people kind of perceive Reed Richards as kind of being.
Yeah.
And
like he proposed to Sue at the funeral of her dad.
Okay. Yeah, sure, buddy.
Was strained. It was strained so bad that Sue ended up marrying Ben Grimm.
Oh. Oh. Whoa. Damn. Okay. Alright then.
Part of
Wow.
the reason he became the maker was because Sue left him.
Yeah.
Ah.
That was like his last shed. Like he was already in this dark path, like going down there. It was just that one last shed of like maybe he won't.
Ah. And he became crazy.
He was 99% crazy. That was just that 1% left.
Okay. I see.
I also do want to pay mention to the line that Johnny tells Reed when like he at first he refuses to shoot. Just the line of depression is anger without motivation. Like just telling Reed it's like you're the reason you're so down and you're so like you're just distant from everyone is because you don't have the drive that you used to have anymore. You're not tinkering away in your lab or doing something finding a project to busy yourself with, and that's not you.
Yeah, I was. Yeah. Oh, but I really liked the epilogue though. That was just really nice.
Read the epilogue, guys. That epilogue was really good.
Yeah, I really liked that epilogue. That was nice. That was really nice.
And we have reached an hour and 2-minute mark actually. And so I hope everyone had a good time listening to this. Those who are listening or will listen to. I know next month we're gonna cover Superman story. Don't know yet.
Let's next by the end of this next Saturday we should figure out
yeah, we'll figure out behind the scenes about what Superman story we want to cover.
All right.
So.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a new Superman movie coming out with a new Fantastic Four film. And then after Superman is August. What do we have for August? Legion of Superhero, The Great Darkness Saga.
Yeah.
And then September we begin our Green Lantern run.
Woo!
And then we'll take a pause on that to do an October special, and then do on Green Lantern.
All right. Yeah.
How long is the run? May I ask?
Green Lantern?
So I want to say.
We were in stasis junior. Long answer. Doctor, I went to school for medicine, not manners. Look at it. Gray skin, necrotic breath, jaundiced eyes. Give him a weak
Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Wow. I'm on the gassy side today.
Because I want to say it's like it's like a 12-year run.
12
Oh,
year, damn.
What, you're doing Jeff Johns?
Yeah, because I thought that's where we were.
No, you were saying you wanted to do like the older one.
Yeah, I thought you said you were going to do the older one.
Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry.
You didn't want. I thought you said specifically you didn't want to do Jeff Johns.
Well,
no. Ignore what I said. I'm blanking out.
okay.
Wait,
who's the other guy then? Green Lantern run.
Yes,
we're doing.
We're doing Green Lantern Corps. That's what we're doing.
Green Lantern Corps.
Which writer?
Steve Englehart.
So, it did some good Batman stuff.
All right. Well, anyway, see you next time, guys, as we talk about Superman.
Woo!
Ooh.